What up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to review Power, Book 4, Force, Season 2, Episode 5. So if you haven't seen the 5th episode of Season 2 of Power, Book 4, Force, turn this video off right now. Go watch the episode. Come back and watch this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's a simple and free way to support my channel. Literally takes less than 5 seconds. Yeah, so if you're spending 5 seconds watching this video, you can definitely hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, because I don't only review this show, I review other shows as well. I'm also not a public speaker, so I will tend to fumble my words. You're going to hit so 1,000 times. I might pause to regain my thoughts. Definitely going to be looking at my notes that I take throughout the show over here. It is what it is. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. These are my thoughts and expressions and how I feel. And yeah, I got a big water bottle right here just in case I get thirsty. And yeah, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I'm going to grade this episode, it's between an A- and a B+, because Vic really did that. Vic really did that. And Claudia really did that. So it's like, I don't know. It's like an A- B+ situation. But yeah, that's what I'm going to give a grade to. Yeah. Last chance, if you haven't seen episode 5 of season 2 of Power, Book 4, Force, turn this video off right now because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. Okay? Alright, so the first scene, D-Mac and Tommy, they back at the house. Tommy, what's his name? D-Mac, he freaking out because the goddamn, he killed the cop. Yeah, he killed the cop in the last episode. He didn't know it was a cop, of course. So Tommy tell him, like, you calm down, listen to me very carefully, you know. Tommy trying to tell him that he gotta lay low. Yeah, he tells D-Mac you gotta lay low. He says, lay low until I can think of something. No, not to spit on the side of my mouth. And he says Diamond took care of the body, so, and you know Diamond gonna have his concerns all through this episode, so. And Jannard, it's crazy how this episode ended though, but we're gonna get to that. Okay, I'm trying to get this J lit first. So Jannard's little soldier dudes, they pressing them about needing more product and stuff, and Jannard was like, well, y'all go to Yo-Yo, gets 2 more bricks, tell him, give it to him from the strength, pay him back type shit. And they was like, oh, he don't fuck with you no more. Yo-Yo don't fuck with you no more. He's like, since you've been using, like you've been getting high on your own supply. So Jannard was like, all right, I got a way to fix this. He tell the niggas, just be loyal. That's all you gotta do is be loyal. Like, nigga, what? Tells that just be loyal. I mean, they supposed to be at the end of the day, but it's like he been doing a lot of wild shit, so it's like it's hard for them niggas to be loyal. He just lost a couple of his soldiers last episode. So Diamond's he having coffee in his diner. The old dude, he come up to him that worked there. He telling him like, you know, Sid is in hospice. We find out later Sid is his father. So Diamond like, I don't fuck with him, and so dude telling him like, you might not have a chance to talk to him again. You know, you're in hospice. Before Diamond could even say anything, these young niggas come in running in there. They say something about CBI. I don't know what they said. They start letting off. They hit like, this young Spanish girl. I was like, So Maria, she at the hospital at work. Her coworker's like, who making you glow like that? You know, she ain't trying to tell him because her coworker's suspecting that it's her boyfriend, the other guy that works at the hospital too. So Maria brushing it off, and then they end up getting the gunshot victim from the diner. So Diamond and Tommy, they meet up. Diamond telling Tommy, like, I took care of Seamus's body. Ain't nobody gonna really come looking because he was a dirty cop. He tells him about the shooting at the diner. Said he think it must have been Jannard's guys, the ones that flipped. What's his name? Grayskull and them. That's what they assuming. So he's saying like we need to talk to their top dog named what's his name? King Kilo. We need to talk to him through Kendra because King Kilo apparently is locked up too, in the Southview prison or whatever. So Don was like he gonna talk to Kendra, get that straightened out. He like, what's up with Don? He asked Tommy like, what's up with D-Mac? So Tommy telling him, I told him to lay low. So Tommy was like, I told him to lay low. So Diamond was like, that looked like laying low to you, and this nigga was outside getting questioned by the police. Him and some other dude. D-Mac was outside getting questioned by the police. Tommy's like, what the fuck, man? You gotta remember, you just getting to know your nephew. He ain't gonna listen to you for real, for real. So Tommy immediately takes D-Mac ass back home. So he hemming them up like, what you say to the cops? What you say to the cops? So JP end up coming in, seeing Tommy hemming D-Mac up. He's like, get your hands off my son. So then Kate comes in. Tommy telling JP like, look, because by this time D-Mac done ran upstairs mad. Tommy telling JP like, look, the less you know, the better. Tell him just make sure you watch make sure you watch D-Mac and make sure he don't leave his house. Basically, watch your son. Cause where was you at, JP? I mean, JP don't know the situation yet, so. So Vicky calls Claudia, tells her, "Oh, yeah, Dad agreed to meet us, have dinner with us, and all that." So Claudia like, "Okay, come over to my place. Doyle's here. We're gonna discuss the plan, how it's all gonna go down." So as they get off the phone, Vic gets pulled over by the cop. I mean, he gets picked up by the cops because he was walking. They pull up on him, take him to an interrogation. It's DeFranco there and another cop there. They interrogating Vic. They're like, who was with you the night you killed Colin? And it's crazy. They was trying to get Vic to admit it because they really didn't have nothing on them except for that girl's. Because it's like they ain't really had nothing. If they talking about we got 2 witnesses saying that you killed them, how y'all just letting them walk up out of there? Yeah, how y'all letting them walk up out of there? Oh yeah, because of Stacy. But yeah, so Vic's not holding up. I mean, not letting up. He's like, you can go fuck yourself. Telling them that DeFranco tried to hit him with the same shit he hit Chewy with, talking about something. You got you looking at life without parole unless you work with us. So Vic immediately was like, lawyer. So Stacy pulls DeFranco and the cop out, telling him like, just let Vic go. She was like, basically, Tommy is their way to, no, not Tommy. She said basically Vic is their way to Taylor. I mean, Vic is their way to Tommy. That's what she said. Vic is our way to Tommy. So DeFranco like, you willing to sacrifice your ethics for a seat in the mayor's office? And Stacey's like, this is not about the mayor's office. It's about bringing down drug criminals and all their organizations and all that. This might be the biggest case in my career. She was like, we're going to let Vic go out and do him. He going to do something stupid. And then we're going to, it's going to lead us right to Tommy. Stacey being on. It's crazy. This is the second time she was right about something. So D-Mac, he's soaking on the couch texting Genesis because, they were supposed to go on that movie date, but then he ended up shooting the cop. So she not replying to him. And Kate comes in like, what's wrong, D-Mac? She was like, oh, it must be about a girl. So she's like, tell me what's going on about her and all that. So D-Mac, he started telling her about Genesis and how he feel like she probably think he stood her up, and that's not the case. So Kate was like, well, go talk to her. And D-Mac was like, well, Uncle Tommy, he treat me like a prisoner and ain't let me out the house. So Kate, she pulled out a 20, talking about something. Well, I need some cigarettes. How about you go get some cigarettes and take as long as you want? And I'm just like, Kate just trying to, she trying to get clean for her grandson. And she just trying to be a good grandmother. So she don't know what's going on. But it's like, girl, he really need to be in the house. So D-Mac like, this is just what I needed. Gives her a hug and all that. Thanks, Grandma. So Jannar, he walking through the hood. Niggas, people there, they mean mugging the shit out of him. One nigga was like, you just ain't your hood no more, nigga. Like, going on him and all that. Jannar gets a text from Merkovich, whatever his name is, payment due. He still ain't paid Miguel or Serbs. So he just out here. So he hops in this car and robs this Dom girl named Manny and takes her chain and all that. And she was just looking at him like, you a wild nigga right now. You really robbing me. And what I thought was crazy about that, all the motherfuckers that was mugging him and shit when he was walking through the hood and all that to get to her to rob her. How the fuck ain't nobody see that shit happen or see nothing suspicious? Like, or she ain't hop out the car right after and was like, hey, this nigga just robbed me or anything like that. It was weird. So he takes two. I told y'all I'll be fumbling my words. So he takes 2 bricks from Manny. He brings them back to his guys like, I told y'all I had y'all and all that. But he lies and tells him he got them from Miguel to make it seem like everything good with his plugs and all that. So one of the soldiers notices that he's wearing Manny's chain. So I'm like, damn, you that boy, you gonna wear the damn chain right after? So he's like, that's Manny's chain. And Jannar like, nigga, this is my shit. Just keep drawing on yourself. If you're if you're gonna do the wild shit that you're doing, admit to it. Because I was surprised when he admitted to killing Chewie. No, was it Lil K? Did he kill Lil K or Chewie? Who killed Chewie? Oh no, Tommy killed Chewie. I was surprised when he admitted to killing Lil K. That's what I meant to say. So Vic, he gets to Claudia's. Doyle and Claudia, they're waiting for him. They introduce him to this skilled assassin named Big Red. He basically gonna be leading the team of assassins that's supposed to be coming to kill Walter or whatever at this dinner. So Doyle tells Claudia and Vic, your job is simple. Just keep them occupied until the team arrives. Claudia tells him to... I'm starting to think, was Claudia even supposed to be at this dinner? Now I'm thinking maybe Claudia was never supposed to be at this dinner. I thought it was a dinner with him and his kids. Or maybe I could be wrong, because I thought Claudia was supposed to be there. But I don't know. Either way, like Doyle telling him, your job is simple. Keep them occupied until the team can get there. And then you slip out before they get there. And Claudia was like telling Vic, like, come meet up with me at this spot for an alibi. So now that makes me wonder, like, was Claudia supposed to be at the dinner or not? I don't know. I don't remember. I ain't that invested to go back and check neither. So at the jail, Kendra, she brings Kilo fake mail. It's a cell phone with one number to call Diamond. So Kilo, like, what you calling me for, Diamond? You know, Diamond suggests they work together. Like, you know, better prices for everybody. Kilo was like, well, I agree to this only if I can get half y'all distro in the jail. So Tommy, he ain't feeling it. He grabs the phone from Diamond, hangs it up. So Diamond like, you need to start thinking with your head and thinking things through. And Tommy was like, all right, let me go make a couple drops and clear my head and I think about it. Think about stuff when I get back. So before Tommy could leave, Diamond was like, you need to figure something out with your nephew before I will. Diamond don't give a fuck about none of that shit. So Tommy like, I'll handle it. So you know he ain't gonna kill it. I feel like me personally, I feel like he's not gonna kill D-Mac just because D-Mac only was defending you, and Tariq done did worse shit, and you ain't killed him, and he ain't in your real blood like D-Mac like D-Mac is. So it's just like. So Maria, she's upset about the shooting victim. Her boyfriend, who also works at the hospital, he telling her like, you need to stop crying over that one patient. Like, you got other patients to worry about. Like, basically very he didn't care, like insensitive or whatever. So Maria ain't feeling that. She like, do you love me? So he don't answer. She was like, that's what I thought. Like, I don't love you neither. She was like, life too short. So she walk off and he chased her outside where Miguel's waiting to pick her up. Miguel sees him grab Maria, trying to stop her. She's like, get your arm off of me. She tells him it's over. She walks over to Miguel. Miguel like, you need me to talk to him? And Maria's like, no, that's the last thing I need you to do. That's the last thing I need you to do. Because when Miguel saw a dude grab Maria's arm, he got out the car. But he ain't never approached. So Claudia and Doyle have this very awkward ass sex. I mean, not awkward. It was very cringe. Cringe ass sex. So after they done, Doyle was like, he asked Claudia, what you thinking about? So she was like, my next move once my father's dead and I'm going to be running the Flynn organization. So Doyle was like, that's never going to happen because, you know, Dublin, they only going to want to deal with your brother. Like, they old school. They're always going to be the man. He was like, unless Vic dies too, you going to never be queen. So he tells her that. And I was like, you could already see Claudia's little brain twisting, thinking of something, thinking of a master plan. So at Diamond's barbershop, you know the little old head that told Big Smurf, like, go get me some cigarettes and come back so we can chop up. When the P.O. was in there trying to draw him off. He be in there, I don't know his name though, but he also telling Diamond about Sid being in hospice. Diamond saying he don't give a damn. Old head was like, well, y'all got his history and he deserves a goodbye. So Diamond calls Jannard. Jannard don't answer, so he calls Shanti. We find out later. Well, we find out in the next scene because Jannard comes to see Shanti like, I'm here to talk about business finally for once. Again or whatever, because lately she been having to look out for him or whatever. I'm still kind of confused on her. Because then he come in, she grabbing his chin like, you good? You on something? It's just the way she be asking. It's weird. So he like, man, go ahead with that. I told you I'm good. I told you, man, to quit with all that. So she grabs his hands and tells him about the dude Sid. So now we know what Diamond called her about because Jannard didn't answer. So Diamond, he goes to see Sid. Sid asked him, like, does Jannard know I'm here? Because we could see apparently that Sid likes Jannard better than Diamond. Well, we find out in the end that's not kind of the case. So Sid like, why you here? Asking Diamond that. So Diamond's like, well, you my father. That's when we find out it's his father. So Sid was like, I never wanted to be. So now we know he was like either a deadbeat or like he was a main father or whatever. Because remember, Diamond was telling the little boy Leon when he was teaching him, when he was training him boxing, he was saying, my dad was always tough, but I was always a weird kid like you that just wanted love or something like that. So, yeah, so Sid's like, I never wanted to be a father, and Diamond was like, that makes perfect sense because you never were. So Sid was like, yeah, I deserve that. He was like, but your mother always wanted kids. So Diamond was like, well, if you can't father the child, you shouldn't lay with the woman. So Sid just started going on Diamond, like, you think you better than everybody. You just a low-down corner boy. You always looking out for yourself. And Diamond was like, well, I had to because my bitch-ass daddy ran off. So they going back and forth. And Sid's like, I ain't giving you no sorry. Or I don't know what the fuck type shit you looking for because you're not going to get it here. Diamond like, I don't need your apology. And Sid's like, I wasn't going to give it. So Sid, he started coughing excessively. And what did he say? He tells Diamond the only good thing he did was take care of Jannard. He was like, but it's also Diamond's fault. In the same breath, he says it's also Diamond's fault that Jannard's in the game. So he grabs Diamond up with all his strength, even though he coughing and shit like, you just like me. You ain't gonna be nothing or something. What did he say? I can't remember. Yeah, he said, you just like me, you no good. And the sooner you recognize that, the better off you'll be. And Diamond was like, the better off I be when I put you in the grave. And he was Gus. Sid was Gus sitting in that bed because he know he could. He one step. He one step in that grave. So he was good when Diamond said that. He was like, I only came to see with my own eyes that it was over for you. He was like, and personally, I couldn't give a damn. I don't give a damn about you dying. So Sid, he started hyperventilating. The nurses coming there, Sid yelling, get out, Diamond. So this is when the shit started. This is when the shit started turning and shit. So Doyle, he comes. Claudia tells her the assassins pushing the timeline up because it's apparently, I think they said because of the fog or something. I don't know what they said. So he was like, make sure you tell Vic. And she was like, I'll tell my brother. So she was about to text him and then she thought about it. Like, he just said if Vic dies, then I'll be Queen Pen. So of course she does not let Vic know that the time has changed. So Vic, he gets to the Flint house and Uncle Paulie is there because earlier they was wondering if Paulie was going to be there, and Vic told Claudia that Walter fired Paulie. And Claudia was like, oh, even more reason why we need to kill this nigga. So Vic gets there to the Flint house and Paulie is there. Cause he notices the table settings and he like, somebody joining us, and Walter's like, yeah, Paulie came and apologized. Paulie comes walking in smiling, hey, Vic. So Vic was like, she tries to suggest to Paulie, how about you run back to your house and get that scotch you love? So Walter's like, no, there's plenty of scotch here. Let's sit down, let's eat. So Vic like, all right, let me step out. I need to go piss right quick. So he calls Claudia, tells her Paulie's there. She's like, can you get him out of there? And he's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get him out of there. So he like, everything good? Vic asking Claudia, everything good on your end? So she like, yep, everything good on my end. Same time, 9 o'clock. But it's supposed to be 8:30. So I was just like, this bitch Claudia, anything to be on top. This family ruthless as hell. Willing to take each other out. Only loyal one is Paulie, and he ain't even really related by blood. It's crazy. So even though Sid told Diamond to get out, he did not leave. Diamond stayed, and Jannar gets there. He sees Diamond in Sid's hospital room. So he decides not to go in and leaves. So Tommy gets back to the house. He pissed off that D-Mac's not there. Kate's not there neither. She's at an NA meeting. JP asking Tommy, like, what's going on? Like, if it's about my son, I need to know. So Tommy tells JP, like, D-Mac killed the cop. This nigga JP take his glasses off. What? Throws his glasses across the room. What? So he's like, this is all your fault, Tommy. Of course, he started blaming Tommy. This is all your fault. So Tommy's like, this ain't my fault. It's D-Mac's fault. He's like, he chose his life, and he kept choosing his life even after he got shot at. Even after he got shot, he still chose his life. So he was like, if I don't do something now, all this work we did with this family is gonna be over. So this is what Tommy tells JP. So then Tommy texts Brick Smurf. It's like, I need you to do something for me. And I don't know what fucking viewer thought that Tommy was gonna kill his nephew. I knew he wasn't gonna kill D-Mac. Because like I said earlier, Tariq did worse shit than D-Mac did. And D-Mac didn't even do nothing. D-Mac just defended him. But even though he got some shit on, now he got this shit because it's a cop. But D-Mac did something which was defending Tommy. And Tariq did shit against Tommy and still breathing. So it's just like, I don't know who thought that Tommy was going to really kill his nephew. But he texts Big Smurf, says, I need you to do something for me. JP like, what you doing, Tommy? What you doing right now? Who you texting? So Vic, Paulie, and Walter, they sitting down, eating, drinking, laughing, whatever. Gunshots go off. Walter and Paulie, they hop up. Vic checking his watch, like, what the fuck going on? Like, they early. So they checking the cameras, and they see it's Dublin's guys. So Walter and Paulie immediately start loading up on weapons. Walter basically got his mind made up that Doyle sanctioned this hit because they wonder who sanctioned the hit. He's like, it definitely was Doyle. So they Walter and Paulie, they about to head out basically to this war. And Vic stops Paulie like, are you really going to go behind him after all he's done to you? And Paulie was like, yeah, 1,000%. And what's his name? Vic was like, even if it'll cost you your life. So Paulie was like, you just don't get it. Like, we're family. I do it for him. I do it for you. All that. So all the shooting starts. Paulie go out there. It was fucked up because they sent that security dude out there as bait. Because as soon as dude went out there, he got shot, and Paulie knew where the shooter was at and took his ass out. I was just like, they wild as hell. So Paulie takes out another couple of dudes, and then the big red dude comes out and lets off rounds in Paulie. And finishes Paulie off. Paulie falls in the pool. I'm just like, damn. This nigga was loyal to the end. It's crazy. So all in the midst of this, Big Red sees Vic and like, what the fuck you still doing? You supposed to get out. So Vic Big Red like, fuck it, starts shooting at Vic too, having his men shooting at Vic. Vic taking niggas out too. Then Walter come out, taking niggas out. So there ain't no more niggas. So Walter, he's, Paulie floating in the pool, he yelling like, this is your sister's doing. Claudia did this. So Vic was like, no, this is your doing. Like, first Gloria, now Paulie, this is all on you. So Walter was like, what, you going to betray me too? And calls Vic a disgrace. He was like, I should have worked with Claudia anyway, because at least she got heart. So Walter tries to turn around and walk away. Vic shoots his ass in the back. So Walter, he falls to the ground. Vic was like, Claudia wasn't the only one that betrayed you. Like, we did this together. So Walter's like, you have your mother's eyes. He was like, pull the trigger. And Vic pulls the trigger, shoots his ass in the head. And I was just like, is this the stupid thing that Stacy was speaking of earlier in the episode? She said Vic gonna do something dumb that's gonna lead us to Tommy. So I was just like, that's crazy as hell. And this nigga just real life killed his father. So then we get to seeing Denard. He goes to try to cop some heroin. Dude say he out. He's like, white boy just left. Bought the last of my shit. Come back in the hour when I got the re-up. So I was like, first of all, don't tell no nigga like Denard that. This junkie ass, robbing ass nigga. Don't tell him that. He know where you live at. So the white boy that he just sold his last to still there. So Denard go over to him like, let me buy a couple bags off you. White boy like, nah, I ain't got nothing for you. So Denard like, man, I'm sick. How much you want for him? So they get in the car, and I'm thinking that he about to give Denard head or Denard about to give him head. And I'm just like, damn, these niggas down. I was like, either way, Denard down bad out here. But they get in the car, and Denard gives the white boy the chain that he's robbed off of Manny. So they exchange or whatever. Denard starts snorting the heroin. So the white dude like, what you doing? You wasting it. Like, you get way higher off of this. He holding the needle like, you get way higher off of this. So Denard like, oh, nah, I don't fuck with needles. So the white boy like, I got you. And just puts the heroin in the needle and just puts it in his arm and shit. I'm just like, what the fuck? This nigga Denard, like, wild as hell. So, Denard, he started nodding off because he didn't just got the heroin in the arm. The white boy was like, oh, you got a fresh arm, clean slate. I was like, this nigga wilding. So then we get this scene, I was like, poor guy. Like, he ain't do nothing too reckless, but just say some wild shit to Maria. But the guy that Maria broke up with that worked at the hospital, Miguel and his guys, they break in his house. They pull a gun on him, and the dude tried to offer Miguel his Rolex off his arm. And Miguel was like, oh yeah, put your arm out on the table. Put your palm out so I can see the Rolex better. This dumbass nigga do it. And Miguel picks up one of his medical excellency awards or something, and that bangs his hand in with it. So dude was like, who are you? Like, what did I do? So Miguel was like, is that the hand you operate with? And dude ain't answer, so they Tell him put his other hand up there, and they bashed that one in too. I was like, this nigga Miguel just go out and torture motherfuckers that can't or don't have the capacity to do something back. Cause you know he really want to get at El Che. That's probably the nigga he really want to fucking torture and kill. But he's taking out on other niggas like this. So Vic was supposed to meet Claudia at some place for an alibi or something. I don't know why the fuck this bitch Claudia didn't meet there anyway. I guess she thought that they was gonna really successfully get through the job and kill Vic as well. But girl, you supposed to always be on point, and you was supposed to either way. You supposed to still be there at the place where you was supposed to meet him at, just in case. So Vic sitting in his car across from the place, waiting to see if Claudia goes in. He don't see her go in, and this when it all like makes sense to him. He realizes Claudia set him up. So he started yelling, fuck, banging the steering wheel. So, you know, D-Mac, he done really went out, took grandma $20 and went to go see this girl. As he about to approach her, Big Smurf and another nigga, they pull up in the van right in front of him. They bag his head, zip tie him up, grab him, put him in the van. It kind of looked like Genesis may have seen what happened, but I don't know. She may not have seen it. Big Smurf, he texts Tom, he tell him it's done. JP like, it's done. And that's another reason why I was like, why y'all think JP gonna be so subtle about Tommy killing his son that he just getting to reconnect with? Fuck, even getting reconnected with him. You still wouldn't want a nigga to kill his son even if you don't know his son. It's just like, come on. Who really thought Tommy was gonna kill D-Mac? And if he killed D-Mac, he would have had to kill JP too. Because JP wasn't gonna let that rock. So Big Smurf texts Tommy, tell him it's done. Tommy tells JP it's done. JP, he like, we should tell Kate. Because JP don't know Kate like Tommy do. So Tommy's like, fuck no, don't tell Kate. Like, she will fuck everything up. And I was just like, JP gonna tell her anyway. Because he just like got this weirdly soft spot for Kate. So even though she is long lost mom, I mean, I get that. But it's like he got this weirdly soft spot for her. So I feel like he's going to tell her anyway. So Claudia and Doyle back at Claudia's they in a frenzy because nobody responding back after the whole hit thing was supposed to happen. Vic comes up there. Claudia, first of all, Claudia looked surprised as hell. She was like, Vic. She was like, Vic. So it's just like you could tell she already was surprised to see Vic come in there and not like Big Red or somebody. So Claudia was like, is it done? Try to ask Vic, is it done? So Vic was like, the guys came early. So Claudia tries to flip the script on Doyle talking about something. You didn't tell my brother that the guys were coming early? Like, he could have been killed. So while Doyle trying to explain himself, saying like, I told you, Claudia, that the time changed. Claudia shoots his ass in the head, so he can't get that shit out. But I mean, he got most of it out. He's like, I told you, Claudia. You said you was taking forever. So Claudia shoots him in the head, talking about something. Tells Vic he's lying, like he didn't tell me anything. He betrayed us. I was like, this family wild as hell. She was like, he ain't tell me nothing. So Vic was like, thanks for looking out for me. And Claudia was like, always. And they hug. And you could tell in Vic's face that he knows Claudia set him up. You could tell. And if Claudia dumbass don't know that he know, then she dumber than I thought she was. So Sid wakes back up more compassionate this time. He's like, I know you mad at me for abandoning you, but the streets just kept calling my name, and I felt like it was more better to stay away. Because imagine how your life probably would have turned out if I would have stayed in your life. Probably would have been worse off. So he tells Diamond, like, Gennard, he not strong like you. You always been tough, and that's why I always was tough on you. Because I knew you could handle it. He was like, and that's also why I didn't like you, because you always was like independent. You didn't need me for real. And then he tells Diamond, like, watch after Jannard. Watch after your little brother. So Tommy comes to see Diamond at the hospital. He's like, man, you ain't even tell me about your pops, man. I'm sorry, stuff in my eye. You ain't tell me about your pops, man. So Diamond's like, man, it ain't nothing. Because, he ain't really got no relationship with his father. So he like, so Tommy telling Diamond, like, I really couldn't make no drops. The feds out here heavy. But he was like, but I did take care of D-Mac. So Diamond was like, that's on you. I was like, damn. If he would have actually killed his nephew, you gonna talk about something that's on you. That was like crazy. I mean, it is on Tommy, but damn. Diamond had no remorse, no compassion. Diamond was like, it all started because of you, because you wanted to kill Chewie. That's what Diamond tells Tommy, and I'm like, what? No. I was like, no, the reason why Seamus died because he was blackmailing your nut ass, and you didn't have the balls to just cut him off. You had to get Tommy to do your bidding. It ain't Tommy's fault that his nephew got in the mix. But this whole Seamus thing started with you, Diamond. So I was just like, what you talking about? Dang, where am I? Yeah, this got shit to do with you, with the dirty cop blackmailing your ass, and you getting caught slipping. So Tommy finally decides to agree to King Kilo's deal. Like, he takes half of their distro money in the jail. He was like, but on one condition, we gonna supply the drugs. So Diamond was like, okay, I'm gonna put that in motion. So Tommy's like, yeah, if you need anything, I'm here for you, brother. trying to act like he care. This nigga Tommy's a psychopath. So Tommy comes home and Kate's like, have you heard from D-Mac? He's not answering his phone. Tommy was like, yeah, get used to that. And Kate was like, what would you say? Do you know something? So Tommy was like, I know he disobeyed me. So Kate was like, where is D-Mac, Tommy? Where is my grandson? And Tommy was like, he's gone. Kate was like, when is he coming back? And Tommy was like, he's not. And Kate was like, you're a monster, and started screaming and hitting Tommy like, I can't believe you. Because she's thinking, of course, that Tommy killed him. Because, she feel like how we all feel. This nigga Tommy don't care about shit. About power and money. Money and power. That's the song. You want that money and power and power. But yeah, Tommy, she thinking that Tommy killed him. JP come out there kind of trying to grab Kate off of Tommy, talking about something. It had to be done. And Kate was like, I raised some animals. And JP was like, you didn't raise us, Kate. He was like, straight up, you didn't raise us, Kate. What the fuck are you talking about? You didn't raise us. He was like, we raised ourselves. Kate was like, I won't let this stand. Tommy was like, you ain't gonna do nothing. He was like, unless you want me to do something else, then I don't want to do like fate threatening her. I don't think Tommy would ever kill Kate. But he killed Harley knowing that she was pregnant, so we never know with Tommy. That's why I said this nigga's a psychopath. So after Jannard gets high and shit, I guess he decides to go back to the hospital room. And he come in there, he asking Diamond, like, where's Dad at? And Diamond's like, he gone. Like, he gone. So Jannard like, what you mean? Like, he started weeping and stuff. Diamond's like, it's gonna be okay, man. Jannard like, man, what Dad say? So Diamond's like, we say he loved you more than anyone, and he's sorry for what he did. He never meant to hurt you, and he wishes he could have spent more time with you and with us, and you was always his favorite. That's what Diamond tells Jannard. So Jannard was like, man, what are we doing, man? What are we doing out here, me and you? Saying that to Diamond. Diamond's like, I don't know, man, but it ain't right. So I'm like, okay, so that's what's gonna rekindle their brotherhood. That's crazy, because right on time, remember Claudia just told Merkovich last episode or episode before last, oh, Jannard been playing you. Like, him and Diamond cool. They've been working together the whole time. So now it's going to look like they have been. Because right after that, Diamond was like, I got you. I got your back. Like, we'll love to have you back at CBI. And I was like, I was like, I wonder how Tommy gonna feel about that. And then Merkovich gonna feel like Claudia was right the whole time. And then you got fucking Janara being a junkie, so, but Diamond don't know that. So that shit gonna get tricky too. So Kate, she's sobbing, looking at a picture of her and D-Mac. She grabbed a little baggie of Coke out her drawer. She's looking at the baggie and the picture, and I'm just like, no, don't do it, Kate. I was rooting for you, bitch, but she does it anyway. She cut the straw, cut the Coke up like she ain't never stopped. I was like, damn. I felt like Tyra Banks. We was all rooting for you, Kate. So Big Smurf and he takes D-Mac out the van. D-Mac, he see all these animals, these farm animals. He's like, where the fuck am I? Like, what's up? What's up with this place and all that? So Big Smurf hand him a phone. Tommy on the phone, like, listen to me. This is for your own good. Like, you fucked up bad, and you gonna stay out there until I feel like it's safe for you to come back. And D-Mac like, what the fuck, Uncle Tommy? Like, no, this ain't going down. Da-da-da. Tommy like, hey, look, that's where the fuck you gonna be at. You better not try to leave because I got eyes on you 24/7. Da-da-da. Then we get this final scene. Weird ass Vic goes to Stacy. He was like, let me know what I need to do. Stacy gets texting because she's like, what makes you come all of a sudden now? This when she started getting the text about Walter's death and all that. So Vic like, I barely made it out with my life. My sister tried to kill me. So yeah, so Stacy like, well, what's that gonna have to do with me now? Walter dead. So Vic's like, I want a new life. I promised, like he promised Gloria I was gonna get out the game. So I want full immunity, and y'all can have Claudia because she the one that run the books and all that. He was like, I want her in jail to suffer rather than just killing her. Well, he didn't say that flat out because he's still talking to a cop, but well, he did say. They said I don't want her dead. I want her in prison so she could suffer. But yeah. So Stacy was like, Stacy ass got an agenda. So she like, I don't want, she was like, yeah, Claudia is good and all, but you want full immunity. I want fucking Tommy Egan. I want you to infiltrate CBI and give me Tommy Egan. And Vic agrees. So I'm just like, oh, this shit about to be crazy because now you about to have Vic working with CBI and them and Janara working with them. So you got a junkie working with them and an informant. So this shit about to be crazy. And then you got Claudia, who's about to be like their competition out here. And she about to be working with Merkovich. This shit about to get crazy. We see a lot of war in the preview for the next episode. Like I said, I would rate this on A-, B+, because Vic really did that. Claudia really did that. Predictions for episodes to come, like I said, they about to have a junkie and an informant working with them, so that's about to be crazy. Merkovich and Claudia, I'm pretty sure, yeah, they about to be working together. And D-Mac, I feel like it would have made more sense to take D-Mac to Stansfield. He's supposed to be so good at math and all that. He could have definitely been at Stansfield. Tommy and Tariq are cool now, so he could have just had Tariq looking out for him. Paid for tuition for the nigga to be out there. But also Tariq being some wild shit too, so I kind of understand, yeah, keep your nephew away from that shit too. Because Tariq be getting investigated by the feds too. So yeah, that makes sense. But those are my little predictions or whatever feelings about episodes to come. Thanks for watching this review, and comment below what you thought of the episode, what you thought of this review, what you would grade the episode, all that good stuff. Comment below and like this review and subscribe to my channel because like I said, I don't only review this show. And I will see y'all in the next review. Peace.